Hi everyone, Jen from Journey to Wellness here. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about setting up your workstation. Your posture and how you're seated throughout the day is super important in order to prevent injury and stress and strain to the low back, the shoulders, the neck, even your wrists and arms. So I want to talk about a few things that I think are really important in terms of being able to adjust so that you can put your body in a better position as you're working throughout the day, whether you're working in the office or whether you're working at home. So you want to make sure that your hips can be at 90 degrees. You want to make sure your elbows can be at 90 degrees and your shoulders are nice and relaxed. You want to make sure your low back is supported. You also want to have the screen be about 22 to 32 inches away from your eyes. And then the screen height, the top of your screen, needs to be at about eye level. And that's really important. So it makes it really challenging when you're using a tablet or a laptop because you can't actually have the appropriate height. So I know a lot of us like to work on the couch. I'm guilty of that late in the evening. I get done with work and I still have more office things to do, and so I go home and plop on the couch. And when I do that, now I have the tablet or laptop in my lap and I'm in a really poor position because my shoulders are slumped forward, my head is down, and I'm just throwing all sorts of things off that lead to a lot of dysfunction in my shoulder and neck pain. So in order to avoid that, one of the things that I can definitely recommend is that go on Amazon and you can find yourself a nice little wood table tray with adjustable legs. That can help you adjust the height of the tablet or laptop, so at the very least you're not putting as much stress and strain on your neck and shoulders. But I am going to go ahead and take a minute and show you what this should look like when it's kind of more appropriately set up. Hi, so I have gone ahead and adjusted my screen to be at the appropriate height. So the top of my screen is now at eye level. So as you can see, that's created another problem because it's taken like 6 or 7 inch to half-inch books in order to get the screen at the appropriate height. And what that does now, because I have an attached keyboard, is look at where my arms are. And now I'm hunched forward, my shoulders are rolled forward. So this is what happens to a lot of us throughout the day. This is what we refer to when we're talking about people having tech neck. Because we're using all this technology all the time and the newer technology is smaller and more connected, we're putting a lot more stress and strain on our bodies. So this is great for the screen height, but then what we're now missing is what to do about our arms to keep those at a 90 degrees. So I suggest using a wireless mouse and a wireless keyboard that you can position in the right way. So when you have a wireless keyboard, look at, I have my armrests here, my arms are more at a 90 degree, I have the keyboard in the perfect position, and I am the right height and distance away from my screen. So this is kind of the position that you want to be in. I can also use a nice little book under my desk to kind of elevate my feet a little bit, put a little bit of a bend in my calves. That gives you like a little bit of a nice calf stretch throughout the day too. And if I don't have a chair as nice as this where there's a good lumbar support, I can use a lumbar roll in the chair as well to just provide a little bit of support to the low back as I'm sitting and working on the computer throughout the day. Thing that you can do to kind of help you throughout your day, especially if you're doing a lot of typing and reading from other documents at the same time, is to make sure that you use some kind of document holder. The document holder will then keep the document, instead of being flat where you're looking down at it, in a position, and you can use this for papers, books, whatever you need, to just keep it in an upright position so that, again, you're keeping your neck in a much better posture. In addition to the document holder, if you're on the phone a lot, I highly recommend getting some kind of headset. A wireless headset is really great, especially if you need to kind of get up and move around and access other things in your office. But even a wired headset can be really helpful because, again, you're not putting a crick in your neck or giving yourself a misaligned position throughout the day, especially if you're consistently on the phone. That said, I'm trying to kind of demonstrate how all of this should look to just help support your body throughout the day, but you do need to take breaks. So I don't want you to like get everything all set up and be like, great, I can sit here for 10 hours and just work on the computer. You need to take breaks away from your desk. You need to take stretch breaks. There's something called the 20-20-20 rule, and what that is every 20 minutes or so, you need to take at least 20 seconds and look at something that's about 20 feet away from your computer. Not only does this help your eyes, but it just kind of helps your body overall. Take like a short, quick break, look at something else, move your body a little bit, and that can be really, really helpful. I also like to make sure that I'm scheduling other tasks that I have to do away from the desk throughout the day. So I'm not going to sit and work at my computer for like 5 hours and then go, oh, I think I'm going to do some filing for a couple minutes. I think you can sprinkle those activities throughout the day. If you have to get up and go to the printer or the copier, like try and do those things consistently sprinkled throughout your day so that you're always changing your position, because it's not all of the sitting or all of the standing, it's the fact that we're not changing those positions throughout the day. It's important to be working in a number of different positions, which is why a lot of people are using those standing desks today. If you have access to one of those, that can be super beneficial to you. Stretch breaks, I mentioned before, are another really important thing. It is a really good idea to stretch and move throughout your day, other than just kind of getting up and walking away, which is good. I'm going to show you in another video some stretches that you can do either at your desk or a little bit away from your desk, just to kind of help you throughout the day. All right, see you guys soon. Thanks.